welcome to my channel. Today I want to make a bookish wish list. I got this idea from Jesse the Reader, who made a wish list of a very specific topic that he wanted to read more about. And right now there is so much going on in the world, not only because of George Floyd's death, but also because of many who already came before him. And I think it's really important to support people of different ethnicities, different skin colors, different religions and values and beliefs. And also in the publishing world, I recently came across a chart that showed how many white people get published compared to people of color. And this really shocked me actually, because there are so many more white authors getting published compared to authors of color. And when I looked at my own bookshelves, I actually noticed that I myself don't even have that many books of non-white authors. I normally pick my books based on the summary or based on what I hear from different booktubers or just books that I find online, and I think these often happen to be white authors. So with this video I want to make a wish list of books by authors of color. I think I would mostly like to focus on African or African American writers for this wish list, but I am also thinking of making a similar kind of video for Asian authors as well. So please let me know if you would like me to make a similar wish list for Asian authors. For this wish list, I wrote down several prompts that I want to keep to make this wish list as diverse as possible. So the first one is to read a book I've heard of before. The second is a book I've never heard of before. The third is a poetry collection. The fourth, a fairy tale or retelling. The fifth book is a biography. And last but not least is an upcoming book release. So let's just start with a book that I've heard of before. And for this I decided to go with Felix Ever After by Kacen Callender. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, I'm so sorry if I didn't. He is a writer from St. Thomas, which is, I believe, an island next to Puerto Rico. I've seen the cover of this book a lot on social media and it looks really pretty and really intriguing. So I looked up what it's about, and it seems like a very unique book because it's about a black queer transgender, and I have never read a book about transgender people before, and I would really love to read more queer books like this. Next is a book that I've never heard of before. So while searching for this book I came across this one called Internment by Samira Ahmed, and the first sentence I read about this book somewhere was set in a horrifying 15 minutes in the future United States, 17-year-old Layla Amin, I'm not sure if you pronounce it like that, is forced into an internment camp for Muslim Americans along with her parents, and everything about this book screams that I must read it. Because first of all, it sounds like the whole book is set in only 15 minutes. I'm not sure exactly how it is possible, but it sounds really interesting and I feel like I want to know every one of those 15 minutes in the book. Secondly, I would really like to read more about such heavy topics as internment camps. Okay, I just did something stupid and I looked at some of the comments down below, and they were not all that fantastic, so yeah. But I still want to give this book a chance, and I'm not gonna go not read this book because of other people's opinions. So I still want to give this book a shot, and normally I have somewhat different opinions than other people would have, so I'm hoping that I might still like this book. So let's not get distracted by those shameless 1 and 2 star reviews. Next is a poetry collection, and for this I found The Tradition by Jericho Brown. Oh, I'm so struggling with these names. I'm so sorry. So I just googled on poetry by Black authors and came across this super pretty cover, and I had to look it up. So his poetry seems to be about the meaning of freedom, but also about legacy, blackness, queerness, worship, and trauma. So this sounds like a combination of very important topics, and I'm really curious to see what his writing style in poetry looks like. Next is a fairy tale or retelling, and for this I found What Is Not Yours Is Not Yours by Helen Oyeyemi, who is a British writer born in Nigeria. And I found this article that really got my attention immediately. So it says that she translated her complex condition, being a black woman in a white man's world, into a novel about multiple identities and the threat of madness. And the book apparently reads like a collection of fairy tales for grown-ups, and it represents a modern black woman's reality. Her stories are filled with lonesome princesses, wicked stepmothers, haunted houses, and evil rulers. They thrill with spiritual magic, secret gardens, and romance. So I think that this fulfills my prompt of reading a fairy tale book, and it sounds really magical, and I have the feeling that this consists of several short stories. So I'm really curious about this book. Next is a biography, and I think so far I've only read 2 biographies, of which one is Ian Harding's Odd Birds and the other is Becoming of Michelle Obama. I really enjoyed Becoming because I listened to the audiobook for that one, and I liked that she narrated her own book. So I was thinking for this one to find a book that is also narrated by the author itself. So apparently Scribd made this really nice list of memoirs from authors of color, so I think I'm just gonna pick one of these, I guess. Okay, so I found one that I find really intriguing because the summary reminds me a little bit of a situation I was in when I was volunteering in Ghana. Because this book is apparently about a Catholic person who also happens to be black and gay, and he prayed to Jesus to cure him of homosexuality. And when I was in Ghana, all the people were very nice and super kind, but somehow they were very, very religious, and I have nothing against religion, of course, but it really shocked me that most of the people I talked to were so against gay people, and this made me feel really uncomfortable. And I would really like to read this memoir of someone who went through all this hardship and who had to go against his own community, I guess. And it is also an audiobook narrated by the author himself, so that is really nice. I just realized that I've never said the title of the book and the author. You've probably already read it somewhere on the screen, but the book is called I Can't Date Jesus, Love, Sex, Family, Race, and Other Reasons I've Put My Faith in Beyoncé by Michael Arceneaux. Last but not least is an upcoming release, and for this I found 2 books that seem really nice, and I honestly can't choose which book to read. So the first is Twisted, The Tangled History of Black Hair Culture by Emma Dabiri. She is an Irish-Nigerian author. This book seems to be about black hair becoming a taboo, which is really interesting because I'm often very jealous of these really amazing black hairstyles, and I just can't do all those fancy things with my hair. My hair is normally super straight and puffy, and I can't do anything with my hair. I have curls right now, but that's only because I've worn braids for the past couple of days, and these curls will probably be gone in a couple of hours already, so that's really sad. Anyway, the other book that seems really nice is The Secret Women by Sheila Williams. This is about 3 women meeting each other at a yoga class, and coincidentally all of their mothers have just passed away, so they end up becoming friends and they help each other getting through this loss. And when they start sorting out their mother's belongings, they find all these secrets about their mothers, and this also somehow will change their own lives. So I'm really curious about those secrets, of course. So this just sounds like a very nice contemporary, and I really like the idea of 3 women bonding with each other over a similar experience. Okay, so I was looking when both of these books will be released, and this one will be out on the 16th of June, and the other book, Twisted, will be out the 23rd of June. So this really doesn't help me choose at all. I think I'm just gonna put both of these books on my wish list, because why choose only one if they both seem like really cool books, right? But please let me know which one of these 2 books you would choose if you were me. So now that I've completed creating my little wish list, I will show you all the books that I've chosen somewhere here on the screen, and please let me know whether you've read any of these books and what you thought of them, and also please let me know if you have any good other recommendations for me, because I would really love to read more books from authors of different ethnicities. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and please let me know what you thought of this video down below in the comments, and whether you would like me to do more of these wishlist videos. I try to post a new video every weekend, so if you would like to be notified whenever I post, please subscribe to my channel, and I wish you a wonderful day with a lot of sunshine and books. Mata ne!